Welcome to Stars of Team USA. I'm Savannah Sellers, and for the next half hour, we will be your guide to the must-know American athletes, from returning Olympic legends to first-time hopefuls heading to Milano Cortina this year. We're also going to take you through this year's need-to-watch events, from the slopes to the ice, with some help from our friend Steve Kornacki. Well, in Milan, we will see the best of the best competing across 16 sports. And here are some stats. Team USA athletes hail from more than 30 states spread out all across the country. Competitors range in age from 15 to, get this, 54. Go curling! So let's kick this off with not one, but 3 Winter Olympic legends whose star power is not the only thing that makes them shine. Lindsey Vonn, Mikaela Shiffrin, and Chloe Kim, already the winners of 8 Olympic medals between them, 5 of those golds. For Vonn, who first competed in the Salt Lake City Olympics way back in 2002, this year's games are the culmination of an incredible comeback. Our Craig Melvin sat down with her for Today to talk going from injury to retirement to now a front runner for alpine skiing gold.
I feel like it wasn't that long ago that we were talking about my retirement.
We were.
And now we're back.
Yes. Well, I wasn't going to bring it up, but yes. Yes, we're pretending like that never even happened.
That never happened. I'm feeling great. It was a great way to end the season, being back on the podium, having the record for the oldest medalist in a World Cup by like 7 years.
Well, oldest, to be fair, you're only 41, but yes.
Yes.
That is a record. You brought up the age thing, so you brought it up. So,
okay, fine. We can talk about it.
So 41, and the average age of a female skier, I've been told on tour now, is 26. But you're second place. What advantages do you think that the age may give you? Well, like 41-year-old Lindsey Vonn, still better than a lot of the 26-year-olds, clearly.
I mean, I think it helps me a lot because I've raced on the Olympic track more than any other woman that's in the starting gate. That experience is a lot. You know, I may not physically be as spry as these youngsters.
Not true.
I may not be good at TikTok,
at that video.
But
look at the video.
But I'm still in really good shape. I think, honestly, this is some of the best shape I've ever been in. Because I have a partial knee replacement now, I feel amazing. I can do whatever I want, and I think I have a pretty good chance. I think my age is definitely a positive in this situation.
Well, Vonn has been a competitive skier for more than 25 years, so you may think she's accustomed to the cold at this point, but you'd be wrong.
I really don't like the cold, which is ironic.
The 3-time Olympic medalist. She's won 20 season titles. She's simply the greatest speed skier we have ever seen.
I think growing up in the cold weather in Minnesota made me want to live on the beach, and that's why I moved to Miami. Miami is always warm and sunny. It's the perfect place to be on a boat, wake surf, e-foil, but I've never lost the passion for ski racing.
At the age of 40, Lindsey Vonn is back on a World Cup podium.
Coming back in, I feel free and I don't have any pressure. I have already accomplished everything I ever set out to do, so this is just the cherry on top.
Mikaela Shiffrin, the most decorated alpine skier in history, is set to compete for her 3rd gold medal at her now 4th Olympic Games. Well, our Kate Snow sat down with Shiffrin over drinks to find out how she's accomplished all of that while facing some difficult times both on and off of the slopes.
Cheers.
This looks great.
This is delightful. We are in Limani, right on Rockefeller Center. How did you become Mikaela Shiffrin, amazing skier?
Our parents taught us how to ski. My dad was like, well, let's put the little plastic skis on their feet, and it wasn't to become an Olympic ski racer. It was just because that's something my parents love to do.
So you're a teenager, you're winning all kinds of races. You go to Sochi for the Olympics, a huge moment.
Sochi was a milestone moment in my career. First Olympic gold medal. I was the youngest Olympic slalom champion in ski racing.
And then Beijing, to fast forward, really tough for you.
I think I was just a little bit stunned at how everything had ended so quickly.
Did you know in that moment that you would come back, that you would have other wins?
I think in that moment I questioned it. There's a lot of backlash about, you know, when you're expected to do something and you don't do it, and it's pretty hard to not pay attention to that or see it.
Last year, you're having a great season, right? You had an accident.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
Stab wound through the oblique.
Which most people, that would have been the end of the season? Not
Yes.
you. You just won your 101st World Cup. How did you do that?
The mindset has been challenging. I have struggled a lot with actually diagnosed PTSD from not only from the trauma of this crash and also from my dad's passing. And it kind of all piles on top of each other. The more we discuss it, the more people realize this is a temporary reality for you. And exposure is what allows you to move forward.
Next up, snowboarding champ Chloe Kim, who took home gold at the last 2 Olympics. She had a pretty big scare heading into this year's games. Take a look. Well, just days later, Kim announced she had only torn her labrum, which she says was a mild enough injury that will allow her to still compete in the games.
I haven't gotten nearly the amount of reps that I would have liked, but that's okay. You know, it's funny, I've been doing this for so long, and every season I am met with a different set of challenges, so I guess this is going to be the one this year. But again, I'm so grateful that I will be good to go for the Olympics.
Here's more of Kim, the queen of the halfpipe, on how her family's support got her where she is today.
Chloe, take one. Come on, Mark.
Take one? How many takes? Hopefully I don't mess up.
Never. Your accolades deserve a special seat. Hunter?
Hunter's late. Oh, okay, that makes up for it. Where's my tiara?
Queen.
How does this feel?
It feels good.
Feels right.
Yeah, I do think maybe I was a queen in my past life. My name is Chloe Kim. I am a half-pipe snowboarder, and I'm from Los Angeles, California.
The parental support is everything, and they're there every step of the way.
My parents travel with me, which is awesome. My mom's like my private chef. She makes me all the yummy foods. My dad was my coach growing up, so he definitely will give me unsolicited advice, and that definitely causes a little bit of a thing. But honestly, it's just nice to have that type of support and like bring a piece of home with you when you're away for so long. I genuinely love being able to go to the Olympics and represent my country, and you know, it makes my parents so proud, which you know is really hard to do in Asian culture. On top of that, I think being able to inspire the next generation and show them that anything truly is possible is pretty cool. Yeah, like a kid did a school project on me. Didn't pick the best picture of me, but like still did it, and I hope they get an A.
Let's take you down to the ice now, where hopes for Team USA's figure skaters are sky high this year. Many experts are calling the group one of the best in decades. Leading the team, skaters Amber Glenn and Ilya Malinin, the quad god. Here's Hoda Kotb with the stars of the U.S. figure skating team.
Hey, hey, hey! Look what you did! I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Leading the charge, quad god Ilya Malinin, who's rewriting what is possible in the air and heading to his very first Olympic game.
You're the GOAT. Add now the title of Olympian to that list. How does that land for you?
Just such an honor, and I'm so grateful that also just following in my parents' footsteps, they were two-time Olympians as well, and I'm just so excited to go there.
Like Ilya, Andrew Torgashev was raised by Olympians and never stopped believing this moment was possible.
To call myself an Olympian is just so surreal. Like, it makes me tear up, actually. It's quite awesome.
And Maxim Naumov, who lost both of his parents in the DC plane crash last year, now carrying their legacy with a strength that has moved the entire skating community.
You were holding the picture of your parents. What were you saying to them from inside?
I mean, I was telling them that we did it. We did it together.
One of the favorite words that you say right now is the word we. We're going to do this. We can make it. We're going to the Olympics. It's not just you, is it?
No, no. I would not be here without them in any capacity.
On the women's side, 3 current and former U.S. champions, all hoping to be the first American woman to win Olympic gold in 24 years.
I could be looking at the podium, nobody knows, but this could be amazing. Do you think about that kind of thing?
I think it's great that It's not just one person or singular hope. I think, 3 people go at it, like someone's gonna stick, I think.
Amber Glenn, Alyssa Liu, and Isabel Levito all proving that success is sweeter when it's shared.
What I have loved from the minute I watched all 3 of you is what is in between you. You guys are on display, defining sisterhood, defining family.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of normal. I feel almost weird to be praised for, I feel like,
Friendship. Yeah, and I think one of the reasons that we all get along so well is because not that many people understand what it takes and understand the ups and downs of such an intense sport like we do. And I wouldn't be here without these 2 ladies.
For 18-year-old Isabeau, Milan feels like destiny.
And to have this Olympics in Italy, which is where your mom's from, how does all of that come together for this moment for you?
I'm excited to have the Olympics in a place where I don't feel so much as a foreigner.
Is Grandma coming?
Well, yeah, I mean, she has a 13-minute commute.
In ice dance, that's Amore for Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. The 7-time national ice dance champions and married couple are hoping to add an individual gold to their team gold from Beijing.
This is your 4th Olympics? Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Just so much gratitude. Just being here and seeing our families in the audience and all of the people who have supported us, it means so much.
Do you ever think about Milan as being the last dance?
You really never know when it's going to be our last. So this season we've been treating everything with respect and care for the moment and trying not to miss any little bit of it.
We're best friends and we get to skate together every day, so why would we stop?
They're leading a deep field that's filled with first-time Olympians.
Skating now, Amelia and Vadim.
I've waited for this moment since I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Vadim, dreams come true.
Yes, I was about to say that.
I am so happy to welcome Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko.
Anthony, your parents were Olympic legends too, and you were able to bear witness to what that must have been like. So how is it now for you stepping into that?
Going to the Olympics in the same sport that my parents did, it's unbelievable.
It still hasn't sunk in, to be honest.
And meet the pairs. The most dangerous discipline in figure skating now has its Olympic daredevils. Emily Chan and Spencer Howe making the team after a few early hiccups.
Spencer was a huge, support and help, and just mentally with the pep talks.
What was the pep talk? I want to hear it.
I think it was just my Army side of me kicking in when I said, right now, we have a job to do and the job's not finished.
Ellie Cam and Danny O'Shea may be 13 years apart, but they were perfectly in sync when they stamped their ticket to Milan.
Look at each other and we're like, yay! I think we can celebrate this now.
Can't wait to skate across those rings and achieve the lifetime goal, the 4-year-old goal that little Danny had.
Well, hello! Waiting for all of them off the ice, the people who have had a front row seat to the entire journey.
Your little girl is an Olympian.
I'm just so happy for her. She is the most resilient person I know.
It's our little girl, but it's also an amazing woman she's become.
As a father, I think this is one of the dreams as a parent, that the kid goes to the Olympic Games.
I think at this point I'm like his biggest fan.
Can you explain what it feels like to watch your daughter on the ice?
It's magical. When you see him step on the ice for the first time, it just takes your breath away. It really does.
What was it like to watch him out there get his Olympic jackets?
Probably one of the best moments of my life. I know that his parents are watching down on him and they're incredibly proud of him and they know what's happening. They do.
16 different paths, now united by a single dream and 3 letters across their backs. Milan, here they come. Team USA!
Figure skating, just one of the exciting events taking place on the ice as Team USA goes for the gold in hockey and speed skating. To break it all down for us, we are so lucky to be joined by NBC Sports primetime host Mike Tirico. He will be on the ground in Italy, of course, calling some of the Olympics' most exciting events. Mike, we have been having so much fun introducing everybody to the stars of Team USA. So excited to get your take. We appreciate your time. Let's talk hockey first. You've got a women's team looking for redemption after falling to Canada in 2022. I mean, talk about a heated rivalry. I know that's a buzzword right now, but for real, those two teams. Also, the men's team feeling optimistic because NHL players will be on the ice for the first time in 12 years, which is so cool. Walk us through these.
Yeah, let's go back to the women's team. And there are a lot of veterans who've been a part of the U.S.-Canada rivalry. Savannah, I would say it might be the best rivalry we have in the Olympics, summer and winter. And I might say it's in that small group of the best rivalries we have in all of sports right now. So many of the players play in the U.S. collegiate system and have played. So they've played against each other for years. The USA and Canada play a series on both sides of the border every year, and the games are close and they're tight. And it is, as you I saw what you did, a heated rivalry with the teams. So there's a lot to go into that. And the Olympic matchups have been so good. For the gold medal, it's been USA-Canada, all but one of the women's Olympic ice hockey competitions. So expect a great run. The U.S. has had the better of play in the build-up games over the last year or so, but that doesn't mean the Canadians won't be there at the end. As for the men, this is so exciting because the NHL players are back, and we've missed them the last few Olympic games. The hockey quality is going to be so high with the NHL players, and the U.S. has that. You've got brothers like the Tkachuk brothers, the Hughes brothers, among those who will be representing Team USA. We all know 1980, a miracle, was that gold medal moment for the United States. They've been trying to recapture that since. This could be one of those opportunities. I think if you're a hockey fan, you're going to love the Olympic competition this year.
Ooh, I feel like both of those finals, men's and women's, are going to be some of the hottest tickets to get.
Yes.
Okay, speed skating now. It's historically been dominated by the Dutch, but Team USA actually might have a couple aces up its sleeve. What do we got?
The star of speed skating could very well be a kid who grew up skating on a piece of backyard ice in Wisconsin. His name is Jordan Stolz. The speed events, the 500, the 1,000, the 1,500, he has been elite at those events in world championships over the last few years. He is the favorite to win, if not two, all three of those events in these Olympic Games. And he have a chance at another medal with some team events. So the name Jordan Stolz is one that if he has the Olympics, many expect. And the form he has shown in world championships, we'll be talking in 2-3 years about, remember 2026 in Milan and the Jordan Stolz story. He has that kind of ability to be a breakout star for the United States in these games.
There you go, Mike. That's what this special is all about, introducing our audience to exactly those types of people. We love it. Finally, I do want to ask you something that we know well. I'll be up in Cortina. You'll be in Milan. We won't see each other because these events are spread across Italy. Tell us about this.
This is spread out over 5 different regions, the Dolomites, the Alps at the northern border of Italy. They'll be hosting so many of the alpine skiing events, biathlon, and other types of events. Where you're going to be in Cortina, they're going to have the curling events and other events. The women's alpine will be in Cortina as well. It's one of the famous stops on the women's alpine circuit every year. So in Milan proper, you'll have figure skating and hockey and the speed skating we just talked about with Jordan Stolz, because Milan doesn't get a lot of snow. We will probably not see a flake of snow during the Olympics. The temperature will be in the 40s, and they've got the greatest shopping in the world, and we'll be going to all these fancy stores, but we're not going to be shoveling snow. But you'll still have, I think, a feel for the Olympics in a host city in Milan at the opening ceremony. So it's spread out. It's a little bit different, but it's Italian style. And no matter what part you get to experience, you're going to fall in love with it.
Oh, isn't that true? I got a hot pizza tip from Mike Tirico, so thanks for that.
Yes,
Mike, great to see you. Enjoy the games. Thank you very much for joining us.
I look forward to it, Savannah. Thanks so much.
When we come back, our very own Steve Kornacki is at the big board, breaking down the new sports and events making their first ever appearances at this year's games. Stay with us. Welcome back to the stars of Team USA. We have a treat for you all. I am joined now by the star of the big board and so much more, our own Steve Kornacki. Steve, it's always so great to see you. There is so much to be excited about when it comes to the Olympics. I know you're excited.
Always.
However, what's really cool, there are some events that fans are going to be able to see for the first time. Tell us what those are.
Yeah, we had half a dozen new events at this year's Winter Olympics. You can see here ski mountaineering, a mixed team relay for skeleton. I think people are familiar with that sport. Freestyle skiing, that's for dual moguls. A team alpine skiing event, women's doubles for luge. Also, ski jumping. I always enjoy watching ski jumping. Women's large hill ski jumping going to be the new event there.
Can you even believe people can do something like that?
I'd love to try, right?
Would you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Steve, ski mountaineering. What is that?
Yeah, so this is a new sport entirely for the Olympics. Ski mountaineering, a lot of syllables. We can shorten it to skimo. What the heck is skimo?
Skimo, is that what it's called?
Skimo is the easier way to say it.
I feel cool.
The way I think of it is it's ski racing without the chairlift. Right? So they race. That's what you're seeing in this picture right here. They are racing to the top so that they can turn around and race back down to the bottom. And so there's a whole, it's a very, it sort of plays out in three phases, I guess you could say. So I think you're watching kind of the first phase of it here where they start at the bottom. You can see they got those skis on right there. What you don't see is underneath the skis, they've got this like red tape. And they call these things skins.
Traction.
Right, it's traction, so you're not going backwards. Now, at one point here, you don't see it in the shot, it's going to get so steep, you really can't climb up it with the skis on. So part of this sport is you take the skis off, then you climb.
Like climb?
You're climbing just yourself. You're walking, but you're walking up a real steep hill here. You're holding everything. You're carrying this pack on your back. Then you put the skins back on to finish up and get to the top. And as soon as you get to the top, you turn around and you race down. You know, you've got the gates, you got the slalom course. And so that's the event. It's basically those three phases. And there's an individual form of this. I mean, how far are they going here? They're climbing. It's 230. I thought this would work. Here we go. It's 230 vertical feet. I mean, that is the size. It's a very small ski area, but that's a lot of climbing. They can do this in about 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes. They can go up, come back down.
And come down.
For the singles event. Now, the doubles event, the mixed doubles, you know, it's a person of each gender doing sort of a relay here. They go to a 440-foot vertical, so almost twice the size here, and they each got to go twice. So that can take like half an hour. So this is a real quick one. This is a real long one. It's really interesting to watch.
That was a pretty good demo. I feel like
that's as close to skimo as I'm ever actually going to get, I think, right there. You saw it.
What a good way to put it. It's like skiing with no chairlift, and I know you're looking forward to bobsled.
Bobsled is my favorite Olympic event. I love watching it. It'd be terrifying to be in that, but I'm always a big fan of that.
Steve, let's get your USA gear.
All right.
We are Go Team USA.
Let's go. Let's go get some gold.
The best of the best. Star of the big board. Thanks, Steve.
You got it.
After the break, you'll hear from more of our Milano Cortina athletes and get to know them as they go for gold. Team USA will be spending a lot of time together in the coming weeks. And when you're suddenly with dozens of your favorite teammates, you learn everyone has their own pet peeves. So, taking a cue from Italy's colors, green, white, and red, Team USA sat down to share their personal red flags.
Your roommate is always recording TikTok dances.
Hard red.
Self-expression, green. Could be entertaining.
I can't blame him for that. Go off.
That is my roommate. That might be me.
I don't think I have any friends at TikTok.
I have a roommate on my team that always records TikTok. Red flag.
What are they booing? Don't boo anyone. I'm okay with it. It's part of the game.
Green. That's sports.
I'm down with it. I think it's fun to, especially like hockey games and stuff.
It makes me feel sad.
I understand if they boo because they don't agree with someone's scoring, and a lot of the times it's in support of the athlete.
If they're booing because somebody did something bad, go for it.
If they're booing because of a mistake, like, you go out there and try it.
Talking on speakerphone in common areas. That's a red flag as well. There's a lot of red flags in this.
Red flag.
No, mind your business.
Do it. Take care of your business.
great red flag.
Put your headphones on, even if you're on FaceTime, unless it's like real quick.
Not huge on it.
That's why there's a no speaker function.
I'm a speakerphone guy in public. Obviously, turn it way down and like you don't want to involve other people in your conversation.
I mean, it's just like another person talking, so it's like, that's okay. Think of it as two people having a conversation.
Taking your shoes off on an airplane.
You know what, I hate to admit it, green. As long as they don't smell bad.
If you don't stink, it's okay.
It's a good idea for the amount of flights that I've taken.
Shoes off, go to the bathroom. I know, probably not that sanitary.
Depends if there's socks.
I have socks on.
At least provide a little barrier.
If you have socks on and it's a long flight, then it's understandable.
You gotta keep your feet on the ground on top of your shoes.
No socks, it is a hard red.
If you do stink, don't do it.
But I like to say I have an exception because my feet are tiny and so they're like petite and like my feet are much more polite.
Now, before we say arrivederci, a reminder that you can catch all of Team USA in action during the Milano Cortina Olympics on NBC and Peacock. I'm Savannah Sellers. Thank you so much for joining us for this look at the stars of Team USA, and I will see you in Italy.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.